My time with the Yamaha Niken came to a rapid halt after just one day with it. But yet I still find myself thinking about it far too much and wanting to share more of its weird quirks. It is a strange bike, but even after it being around for more than a year and every journalist being excited to share as much about it as possible, a lot of people still don't seem to have had the realization as to what it actually is and does. So here are a few more realizations that you should know about the three-wheeled wonder. Avoiding obstacles is tricky. The first time I properly realized that I had three wheels underneath me was when I came across a bit of oil in the road. A biker's natural instinct is to just slightly swerve around the oil. However, I only realized too late to change my plan that even when attempting to swerve around the oil, I would still hit it with one front wheel. And there doesn't seem to be a good way around this problem, like when trying to ride between painted letters on the road. At least one wheel will have to go over the area you're trying to avoid, because of their offset design. So if you avoid something with the front wheels, you'll probably hit it with the back wheel. It's like a dangerous love triangle. It can fall over. Three wheels should be stable in theory, but not when the objective is to still move like a motorcycle. So yes, it can indeed fall over, and is just as easy to crash if that is what you're after. It is easier to balance at a stoplight without putting your feet down for a tiny bit longer, but fractions of a second longer, not all day longer. It's hard to get rid of absolutely all the extra friction that the linkages bring to the party, but it's damn well close. It gathers a lot of attention. When riding a motorcycle, you kind of get used to getting a lot of looks and a bit of attention. As arrogant as it may sound, it's definitely one of the enjoyable aspects of being a biker. After all, it's fun to be different and stand out. But the Niken takes this to another level. You find yourself riding past people, looking at them, just waiting for their reaction, because it's usually very entertaining. And the few people who don't see it or don't react to seeing it makes for an easy way to spot the most boring people around town. Unfortunately, I didn't catch the crowds on camera, but I would stop to change my GoPro angle, and people doing the gardens or just walking past would stop to ask questions. I stopped at a fuel station and all the attendants came over. Everyone says, "I've never seen one of these before." And I could only agree with them, because neither had I until that day. It's an engineering masterpiece. Take a minute to research, or at least think about the engineering under its skirt. It looks simple. As you lean over, the linkage tilts to keep the tires level with the road. But when it's going straight, the linkage can still tilt. And the bars can still turn while the wheels stay level and aren't tilting. It sounds silly in words, but when you see it in action, it really is incredible. And I wonder how many years it took to create such an intricate linkage. There's not as much extra maintenance as you think. You will obviously need to replace more tires and fork seals if they're ever problematic. But that shiny linkage with bearings of all shapes and sizes will need as much attention as your current headset bearings get. It seems like the upkeep might be insane, but everything is designed in the same way the rest of Yamaha motorcycles are. It uses sealed bearings, so they should never need any TLC, and you can treat it just like you would a regular bike, even if this does negate one of your gripes about the thing. It brings out your inner hooligan. I love the idea of being fearless when riding a motorcycle. It would make me a lot faster, but sadly the constant worry of the front wheel sliding out from underneath me is always apparent. But that extra wheel up front on the Niken does a great job of increasing my level of fearlessness. The bigger contact patch and wider stance encourage you to push the boundaries and do things you would never try on a regular bike. It gives back the same loved adrenaline and addictive movement with less stress. The engine is incredible. It weighs a monstrous 1/4 ton, and although there are three wheels, I didn't expect 3 cylinders to be complementary with the weight. But that triple that I think is currently Yamaha's favorite earned my respect. It's amazing how it's so lively and competent no matter what bike or creation you put it in. And I hope they keep building new chassis to house it for our enjoyment. But anyway, those are the latest and hopefully the last realizations I have about the Niken, but things that really are worth knowing about it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this 3-wheeled video, and I'll see you on the next ride.